The mailing of pipe bombs to the Democratic Party establishment, the killing of 2 African Americans at a supermarket in Kentucky, the murder of worshippers at a Pittsburgh synagogue. All of last week's attacks were committed by right-wing extremists. And that isn't a surprise given the statistics. There have been several studies in recent years examining the source of extremist violence in the US. And though their results differ depending on their methodology, the conclusion is always the same. The American right wing is responsible for most extremist violence in the US. The Government Accountability Office found 73% of domestic attacks since 9/11 were carried out by right-wing extremists. The University of Maryland found Islamic extremists killed 51 people in that same period, the far right 131. And an historical anomaly appears to be occurring. Experts say that usually right-wing extremist groups increase during Democratic administrations but decline under Republican administrations. That does not appear to be happening under Donald Trump.
If the people in power are using narratives about victimhood to justify their political platform, and because they're in power, that political platform, they've got the bully pulpit, they've got the megaphone, and everybody's listening, an elected political leader can still magnify those narratives about victimhood of that identity group.
Nonetheless, the Trump administration has been attempting to make the main focus of law enforcement Islamic extremism while cutting back funding to combat far-right extremism. Last week's attacks differ in motivation. The pipe bomber's van was plastered in slogans supporting Donald Trump. The Pittsburgh synagogue attacker was not a Donald Trump supporter, dismissing him as a globalist, right-wing shorthand for a person involved with a Jewish conspiracy to control the world. But that is the term Trump himself has been using as he pursues his election-winning narrative of an existential struggle between real America and the Democratic Party mob.
Every citizen benefits when we stop foreign countries from cheating our workers. That's what they've been doing, you know. They're called globalists. They like the globe. I like the globe, too.
Donald Trump's supporters are quick to point out that both his daughter and son-in-law are Jewish, so there's no way the president could be anti-Semitic. But it is clear that he's normalizing extreme right-wing rhetoric ahead of the November midterm elections to fire up his base. And that helps explain why a group of progressive Jewish leaders here have made it clear the president isn't welcome in Pittsburgh until he denounces white nationalism. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Pittsburgh.